Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Ready to Love Season 4 Meet the Cast. Oh my God. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the channel. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I am so excited to bring this review, this series of Ready to Love to Auntie's Advice. For all of you all who follow me on Auntie's Advice channel for women, we did it over there on that channel. And so I thought that I would bring it to Auntie's Advice this season. I have a special guest and he is going to be joining me collaboratively. His name is Cutler, and I affectionately call him Bishop. And he has a YouTube channel a YouTube channel called Let's Talk to Cutler, and so I'm excited to have him here. After this introduction, I will be coming back with the Bishop. I'm hoping that you all are ready to meet the cast of Ready to Love Season 4.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello there, Bishop.
Auntie, how are you? How are you
I am-
doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me back. I appreciate it.
And you are on Auntie's Advice this time.
I can't believe I let you talk me into it.
For all of you all who follow me, like I said, on Auntie's Advice channel for women, I recruited Bishop last season to do this show. This is out of his comfort zone, but he did a phenomenal job. And I thought, who better than to co-pilot this season with me again than my dear Bishop. You look very handsome tonight too, Bishop.
Thank you. And you're stunning as always. It looks like we sort of color coordinated.
We
at some point.
always did it and we never called one another.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty
It
neat.
is. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, but you look beautiful as always.
Thank you. So are you ready, Bishop, to meet the cast?
I tell you what, Auntie, I watched it. I formed some opinions. I don't want to be too strong-headed. And we'll see. But you walk me through, and I'll drop my editorial comments, and I'll try not to do too bad. You all don't put me under the gun too quickly. But yeah, walk me through this. Let's see. I'll give you my opinions.
Don't worry about that. Well, I took notes this time. Last time you were the note taker, but this
Right.
time I'm on board
Are
because
you serious? You took notes?
one of my subscribers by the name of Paige. Let me make sure. Let me put my glasses on so I can make sure that I call her name off. Paige sent me this in the mail with this beautiful card. And she says, Paige, fabulous me. She said, I saw this and I knew you needed to laugh. Your reviews are the best. Thank you for all the ways you add beauty to the world. Thank you for all the laughs. And this is from Paige. Paige, I am using it, girl.
So who is your enabler? Is that Dr. Now?
It is doctor now. So I took my notes. Um, yes, I did. And so what I'm going to do, Bishop, is I'm going to bring the pictures of the cast up, and we're
Okay.
going to try to go through each one of them like we did last season. And we're going to talk about these mofos tonight. You ready?
Okay. All right. I like the glasses on you, by the way. Those are
Thank
hot.
you. Thank you. Now be yourself. Be
Okay.
comfortable. You're in a safe place. I have two moderators extraordinaire, Mary Grace 5 and Ray Della, and they will snatch a bitch's wig, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let me bring up the cast so that we can look at the cast and to share with everybody. Okay, I don't have my mouse, so I'm kind of clicking through this, right? Um, and I ain't used to that. There we go, Bishop. You see the cast?
I do. I do.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So let's go down the list. We have Tommy Miles, and he is accompanied this season by his wife, Jacqueline. We have Amber, AJ, Alexis, Andrea, Christianthium, something like that.
Yeah. Slight, almost like the flower, but a twist from it. But
Yes. Christian, David, Derek, Ida, Jason, Joel, Khalil, Kyra, Liz, Ronald, Stacy, Tressa, Troy, Varnicia, and Chris, aka KJ Smooth. Oh my goodness, Bishop. Look at all these beautiful brown chocolate ready to love mofos that we about to dive into.
it's a good looking cast. It definitely is a good looking cast. Auntie, can I ask your opinion though? What do you think about Tommy's wife joining right off the cuff? What do you think about her joining?
I thought that it was, I think it's very cute. Um, I don't know how it's going to work with the public. I'm hoping that they're not too vicious on her, right? I think it's always a risk when you bring, your significant other into such a serious um, platform.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm hoping that it works out and that people are not too hard on her. But I like the chemistry between them. They've been married for 30 years. You can tell that they absolutely are in love and infatuated with one another, which is fantastic. What do you think about it?
I enjoyed seeing her there because she offers a different perspective. Kind of like you were saying, I don't think that they're trying to model anything because it's not ready for marriage. It's just ready for love. But I think she adds a different dynamic, a different chemistry, which was good for me. I enjoyed seeing a different perspective and different take and a different feel as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? There is one person. Okay. So I'm going to start off the way that they introduced them, if you don't mind, Bishop.
I remember that. Okay. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
Any excuse to have Bishop here. Okay. Any excuse. So let's bring them back up.
Okay.
All right. So the first person that we were introduced to, Bishop, is Joel. So let me slide down here to Joel. Is it Joel or Joel, should we say?
Joel, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So Joel is 42. He is a drill fluid engineer, which each one of them, I wrote down a note beside their names of the first thing that I thought about when introduced to them.
Okay.
So you think about that too, Bishop. The first thing that came to your mind when you saw Joel was?
Put some clothes on. Put some clothes on.
Bishop, I wrote naked.
Yeah.
Naked. For what? I could not understand for the life of me why this man did not have clothes on. He's the father of of twins,
Yeah.
and he just asked out. And I was like, for what? So does that mean that this represents what he values the most is physical fitness and that kind of thing? What did you think that the producers were trying to tell us with him being ass out the whole time?
I initially was wondering, did he see the previous season and did he see how some of the ladies changed their mind when they saw the brothers take their shirts off? Or maybe that's why he's just coming right out of the gate, taking his with his shirt off. But I just thought it was tasteless. I did.
I did too. I could not stand it. I was just like, he's naked. That was the first thing I wrote. Naked. He's naked. For what? I mean, like, there's got to be more to you than your physical appearance, right?
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the same thing for him. But then he went on to say, I wrote down, he said that he's carefree and that people mistake this for him being nonchalant. He also said that he lost his wife to stage 4 cancer. He didn't indicate what cancer it was.
Right.
And that he said he wants someone to love his kids more than they love him. Is he looking for grandma? All wrapped up into a sexy woman, a naked, sexy woman. I couldn't understand. I don't understand as a single mom why I would even want someone to love my child more than they love me, because I want you to love me first of all, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want you to love my child more than you love me, because you're not even going to really, I don't know. Bishop, I'm
with you.
With
no, Auntie, I'm with you. When I heard that line, I was thinking, okay, so you want to hire a nanny and then fall in love with a nanny who loves your children. So I thought the chronological order was kind of backwards. You're looking for somebody who loves your children more than they love you. That sort of threw me.
It threw me too, and it also threw me about, when he seems very cocky, right? And then he said that he's carefree, but it comes off as nonchalant. So to me, it means that he's insensitive to the feelings of other people and that he disregards people. Because usually someone who's nonchalant, is uncaring, doesn't really, listen to what it is that you have to say. What do you think about that, Bishop?
I was hoping, when I heard that, I was hoping that maybe he was nervous, maybe he just wasn't good at communication, and hoping that maybe he would get a chance to re-present his image. I know you only get one chance to make you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So I was hoping and thinking, well, maybe we will see more of him. Maybe we'll get to hear more of what there is on the inside, a little more depth to him, because what he presented just didn't seem to be depth. And I know people will probably feel sorry for him when they hear that, he lost his wife. But you're on this show, you got to bring it. You got to present just a little more than that.
You got to bring a little bit more than that. So we're going to go to the next cast member, and that's Jason. Jason is 36 years old, and he is a teacher. He also has his own business or learning program, and I did not write that down on purpose. What was the first thing that came to mind when you met Jason?
Jason was the one,
the basketball player. He said that
and I think he was the one who made that. He said somebody asked him if he wanted to be a sugar daddy or something.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, youthful, not completely not completely settled or grounded. And I thought, okay, he needs a little more experience.
I wrote down for him my first thoughts when I met Jason, the teacher. I said, broken with baggage, but ready.
Okay.
Because he indicated that He was in a relationship with a young woman and he was about to propose to her, but his co-workers had a group chat. Hold on for a second. Hold on. No. No. I'm sorry. I have my poodles up here.
Oh, wow. I remember that, the group chat
He
thing.
said that his friends had a group chat and that he found out that she was cheating. When he went to her to say something about the cheating, she said, and so what? And that has to be devastating. I'm sure that broke him. He mentioned that he had tried to date other people. And this woman says, do you want to be my sugar daddy? And so I'm not sure if he's leading with his success and with his money. But I have a suspicion that he is, and doesn't know that he is, because what woman asks that? We don't.
Well, I'm just not sure if he you said he was ready. He has baggage, but he's ready. I don't know, Auntie. I may be inclined to disagree because with the baggage, but ready. I'm just not sure that he's over his hurt, and I'm not sure that he's necessarily has clarity about what he wants.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So the clarity thing is sort of lacking to me. I'm missing him having clarity about where he wants to go in relationships.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I would agree with you, and that's why I said broken with baggage. But I think even though he has this baggage, I think that he's still ready.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
So this is Lala C. Thank you so much, Lala C, for the 199 super chat. Welcome, Bishop. I'm loving this duet, Auntie.
Oh, thank you, Lala. See, bless your heart.
Thank you, boo. Now, as you all know, on the other channel, all of the super chat money that I received, I gave to Bishop. I cashed that Bishop, okay? And we're going to try to do the same thing over here, unless, the super chat is really high. Okay, so the next person we have is Ronald. So let's bring Ronald up to the board. If I had my mouse, I would be clicking in here, but I don't have my mouse, y'all. So this is Ronald. Oh, okay, I can click in. All right, so let's click in. No, that's not working. Yeah, Ronald. So let's introduce Ronald. Ronald is 40 years old. He's a sales director, entrepreneur. And what did you think about Ronald? Ronald, the first word that came to me about Ronald is unable, unwilling to commit. He is the one that said that he has a fear of divorce, not marriage. What? The hell does that mean?
Okay, so Auntie, I don't know that that's a bad thing.
What?
No, I don't know that having fear of divorce is a bad thing, because I think from one perspective, you can say, all right, well, that settles me. So that way, when I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure I make the right decision. I'm going to be real careful. I'm going to be intentional. So that way, I don't end up in divorce court. So I think it's a matter of him just making sure that he does all the right things. Maybe trying to cross the T's and dot the I's.
I totally disagree. This mofo said, he said it's tough to date because there are too many options. Then he said he is an alpha. Bitch, if you're an alpha man, you ain't got to say it. You project it. You ooze it. You don't have to say, I'm an alpha man. And the reason why he says he's an alpha man is because he's direct, which means that he don't know what to say out of his mofo mouth. And so when people reject it, they rejected it because I'm an alpha man, and he is in my opinion, I think that he's going to be found to have no self-control, no tact, and no diplomacy. He also said people can't handle him being an alpha man.
So I don't think that his people can't handle him being an alpha man. And your aunties, nieces, and nephews, don't you all kill me for this, and no pun intended. So I don't think they can handle him. I don't think it's that they can't handle him being an alpha man. I think if he brings his salesperson personality into everything, that's the thing that people aren't going to want to deal with. So because when you're into sales, you're putting the best foot forward, and you're showing me this, but you're kind of hiding that. When you're going into a relationship, you don't have to hide anything. You don't want to hide anything. You want to bring it all out. So I don't know if he's going to do that or not. I hope if he has any longevity that he shows all of himself and not just sells himself like a car or a casket.
Now, Bishop, that was shady.
Come on. Well, Auntie, for yourself, when you run into a salesperson, they want to show you, put all the good up front and sort of hope that you don't ask about the bad.
So what one word would you use, or what phrase would you use to describe him?
I honestly thought turn and run. Turn and run. Turn and run. If one of my nieces said to me that she was initially interested in someone who had that kind of personality, and let me be clear, not just someone who's in that profession, but someone who has that personality on a personal level, I'd say turn and run.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that, and that's why I see he's unable and unwilling to commit.
Okay.
He's blaming, having a large pool to fish in for being his reason for why he's not. Take responsibility for yourself, Ronald. Okay.
And I like what you said, Auntie Alex. There's something that you said that I really like. When you are an alpha male or whatever, whether you alpha, beta, gamma, whatever it is, you don't have to say it. You show up in that light, you show up in that form, and you be who you are. And if people don't get that you're an alpha male, then they don't get it. It's not because you didn't project it. It's just that someone may not get that. And we're going to run into people all the time who don't always get who we are or what we present. Well, then that's just a part of being a human.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to say it.
You don't have to say it. You just ooze it and project it. So The next person that we have on here is Varnisha. Boy, look at them eyelashes.
Very pretty.
Like spiders on it. They look like, oh God. So Varnisha is 39 years old. She is a hair salon owner. And the first thing that I thought about her is, I don't need a man. She has 4 daughters. She was in a very controlling relationship with a man who she said paid all the bills, was a great provider, but he was very controlling. She said one day she just up and said, you know what, that's it. But I wrote down for her, when I saw her, she's one of them type of women, I don't need a man. What did you think about Varnisha?
Beautiful, but turn and run again. Because Auntie, I'm telling you, you got me into this. So I'm listening to a lot to what people say. And when you say I'm looking for someone who is a husband for my kids, who is a father for my kids, my question is, are you looking for a husband for you or a father for your kids? Because if I'm going into the relationship, I think a man going into a relationship with a woman who has kids, his initial role is not to go in as father. His initial role is to go in as her partner, her husband, her spouse. And with the kids there, yes, you assume that responsibility, but my first role is as your husband.
Yeah.
Not as the father to your kids, because I'm not trying to impress them first. I want to win you over first.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the other guy with the twins. He wants somebody to fall in love with his twins.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be an option for me if we just dating.
No.
Shouldn't
And
be.
I get it. I get it that men date women with children and women date men with children. But again, your first connection has to be with each other. Recognizing that this is your experience, this is who you bring to the table. Now, if you aren't able to accept my children, then that's not up for negotiation.
Right. Now, I
That's
saw that someone in the comments, so let me bring this up because
this is the one she was cheated on, right?
yeah, she said he was a habitual cheater.
Yeah.
Yes, a habitual cheater. So a lot of people are asking in the comments, what is this show about? This show is on OWN Network, and it is an unscripted dating series from a male's perspective. Is coming to the screens. Ready to Love features successful Black men and women in their 30s and 40s as they go through the steps of courtship. These men and women are looking for everlasting love. The men bring their observations and experience to the forefront as they search for true love. And also, each week, the men and women get together. The men get together separately and they decide what woman is going home each week, and vice versa. The women get together the following week and they eliminate one person each week until they are down to 6 people or 3 couples. So that is the premise of the show. Ready to Love on OWN Network. Okay. Now, I told y'all I was bringing y'all some new stuff now. Told y'all. Told y'all. All right, so Bishop, the next person is Christy
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. So let's go on up to her. Hot mess right here. She's a hot mess. Oh, she's a Leo. Ugh. She gonna misrepresent us like that? Okay, her image isn't coming up. She says her favorite quote, many have an image of me, but few get the picture. Girl, bye. Shut up. So Chrysanthemum, aka Chris, is 39 years old. She's a flight attendant. And she said that she's a social butterfly. She likes to go out to the clubs, and she says she don't have to, but she likes to. She says she can't find a date because she is a airline stewardess and she's gone all the time, and that men don't have patience to deal with her. The first word, Bishop, that came to me when I met her was not introspective. Does not see herself at all. She's a hot tail mess. One of the things that they asked her was, is she competitive? Can she deal with competition? And she said, yeah, yes, I can. She said, child, please. Child, please. If they want to be my friend, I'll be their friend. I said, you're not introspective at all, honey. You don't have a clue about how you coming off to the world. What do you think about her, Chris?
All over the place. I thought my initial impression was that she was all over the place and not focused. At this point, I don't know why she's on the show. I don't know why she's on the show, because she seems like she's all over the place, unsettled, not sure about anything, doesn't know where she's going in life, and is just trying to keep her hand in so many cookie jars, but just not focused. I don't know how she's going to, you're right, no introspection. I don't know how she's going to bring herself to be present in a moment. We'll see. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. I didn't see it. She just seemed to be dizzy and all.
Yeah.
Dizzy and all over the place.
I agree with y'all all over the place. And I really would like her to, I'm really hoping that she sees herself and see how she's coming off to the world, because my first impression of her was just like, girl, bye. You don't see yourself. You think men are not dating you because you're a flight attendant, but no, boo, you're flighty.
Yeah.
The next person that we have, Bishop, is Alexis Fly Jones is 35 years old. She says that she's a TV producer, and she's a the ex-wife of a pastor.
Yes, she is.
She said that the pastor was married to the church. She said that women or men would call at 1 o'clock in the morning while she was in bed with her husband. And she told them, you can get your prayer cloth and your prayer oil tomorrow. Right now, I'm laying in the bed. I'm laying in the bed with my husband doing, making it do what it do. She divorced him because she didn't like that. She says that men are attracted to her because of sex, because they want. She says she thinks she has sex written over her head. And I said, if you dress like a whore, then you're going to be treated like a whore. Excuse me, Bishop. She says she has one son, and she is ready to love again. She says the reason why they call her fly is because she dresses fly. No, they're calling you because you're looking like something that you need a swatter for. And the first word that
Auntie, you're on a roll. Wait a minute. You said they call her fly because she looks like something they need a swatter for.
that you need a swatter for.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Thank you so much, Jamie Watson, for the $25 super chat. Hello from North Texas. I love you, Auntie. Love you too, boo. I
Hi,
see
Jamie.
you with shades on, rocking them shades. Thank you, boo. So, Bishop, the first thing that came to my mind when I met Alexis the Fly Jones was cheaply ratchet.
I cannot disagree with you at all. The first thing I thought was confused. Confused.
Why she's confused, Bishop?
Because I would tell you this, and you have a little insight about me and all that I do. So I was a bit confused because I was thinking, as a pastor's wife, you can't be so turned off completely by people calling the pastor at off hours. Now, if it happened all the time at midnight, yeah, then we have a problem. But the fact that some of the parishioners may need to call the pastor after 9 or 10 o'clock, you don't know. I mean,
It's not unreasonable.
Yeah, people die and
job.
emergencies happen. And so there may be emergencies going on with the parishioners, depending upon how large the church is or how many members that there may be. So I thought just to discount that completely is confusion. There was something that you didn't want and you were looking for a way out. This is my initial impression, you all. So I may be off, but this is my initial impression. You were looking for a way out. And that was your ticket. Now, whether or not it was a valid ticket, you used it. Whether it was valid or invalid, you used it. If you wanted a way out, just turn and leave. So I thought she was confused and perhaps dishonest. You said she looked like something that you need to swatter for. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like her at all. Yeah, the Fly. And that's where her name's going to be, The Fly, not Fly, The Fly. So, Bishop, the next person we have is Stacy. Stacy is an insurance. She has an insurance business. She was married to a basketball player for 10 years. She has 3 children. She says all that glittered was not gold in the relationship with this basketball player. She has a 19-year-old son who decided to forego college in order to stay home with her and her daughter, her 2 daughters. She says that she's ready to love. And when I thought of Stacy, the first word that came to me was lonely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely lonely. I'll tell you what, I didn't form a word, but what came to my mind when I considered the fact that the son stayed home, I thought, you need to send your child away. Let the kid go to college.
Yes. Thank you, Bobby Whitney, for the $100 super chat. Hello, Auntie. I think this is a sad dating show. Bobby, hopefully we will be able to turn that around for you and give you some grins and some giggles and some laughs off of this. It is a dating show, but let's, we gonna go for the ride, okay? So Bobby, I'm hoping that you're here each week with your $100 super chat. Love you, boo. Let's see if we can make this fun. You know, your auntie has a way of making everything fun.
That
Okay.
you do.
So what one word did you have? You said what was her one word?
I just thought unreasonable, unfair, and unreasonable. I cannot think. You thought lonely. I thought unfair and unreasonable, but for the same reason. I can't imagine you having your. Although the child may have wanted to stay and felt like I need to stay here and take care of you, as a parent, I think she should have pushed the child. No, I'm going to be okay. You go do what you need to do. I can't imagine my mother having said, "Okay, stay here and take care of me." No, we have role reversal going on.
Yes, and I
That's
think
role
that
reversal.
too for me, as a single mom, we want our kids to be okay and to know that we can stand on our own 2 feet. I think that she's very dependent on other people, probably even her circle of friends in her life to
Yeah.
rescue her and save her. And she was like, "I'm the damsel." And when she said damsel, I was like, so you have this victim mindset that whatever has happened to you, you are in need of being rescued. And that's
Yeah.
got to be a very lonely place. And that's why I think the first thing that came to me was lonely.
Yeah, yeah. She's going to have some pretty unrealistic expectations too,
Mhm.
because if she thinks every situation is a rescue situation, that's not good. It's almost, and I'm not calling her this auntie, but the only thing that came to my mind at that moment was rescue animals who were always. I'm not calling her rescue animal, but I'm thinking about rescue animals who are always broken, who are always in need, who always have a less than mentality, who always has a woe is me, there's something wrong. As beautiful as she is, to have all that inside, that I
Beautiful.
always need to be rescued, that means you fail to
Beautiful.
see the beauty inside of yourself.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Bishop. I love that, Bishop. I love that. The next mofo that we about to find from Ready to Love season 4 cast is Derek.
Oh, remind me about Derek.
Derek is 47 years old. He is a private chef.
Chef.
He has been married 2 times. He wants more children, but he wants the child to be a boy. He said he ain't even looking at none of them bitches unless they can give him a son. He was specific about a son. And I said, he's a cheater. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And an idiot, because you can't pick the gender of your children. I mean, I guess if you're going through the process and you doing all of that kind of stuff, but no, I just, he said that he's flirtatious and all this kind of stuff, and he wants to. Oh my God, I ain't like him. I don't like Derek at all.
Stay in the kitchen, Derek, and stir your pots. Stay in the kitchen and stir your pots. Auntie, if I remember, he has 20-something-year-old children.
Yes.
And a grandchild.
Yes.
Not that you can't have children along with your children, because it happens, but to be so off the cuff and to say, I want another child, and the child has to be a son, that means he's sort of, I think he may be a control freak. One of those who always has to be in charge. It always has to go his way all the time. And I'm not talking about people because of their failed marriages, but just what he presents, there's something disingenuous about it to me.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next mofo. We got a couple of more. Well, not a couple of more. We got a lot more to go through. The
Okay.
next
Auntie,
person,
he'd be the kind who, when the woman has a daughter, he'd get mad at her for having a
yeah,
daughter.
yeah. The next person we have is Andrea. Andrea is 38 years old. She is also a flight attendant, and she's been single since 2004, 17 years. She says that she wants children. And let's see what else they say about her down here. She's a Taurus, a world traveling creative who loves everything self care. I said that she is emotionally unavailable. And I don't know much more about her. I was so disinterested in her, Bishop, that that's all I wrote down on the notes for. Bless her heart.
That is interesting because you said emotionally unavailable, and in my mind, I thought missing in action. Missing in action.
Yeah, I didn't like her at all.
Auntie, I want to see what's going to unfold with her, though, in terms of, you know, a couple of times we've seen men who haven't been in relationships for a long time, and people thought, oh, something must have been wrong. Where is he? He was unavailable all that time. I want to see what unfolds with her, having been off the scene all those years.
Okay. Because she said that the last time she dated somebody was when she was in college, and she graduated from college in 2004. Which is the same thing with our next person, and that is Liz. Liz is 40 years old. She has a production company. She says that she built her career and that she got to get that crooked tooth done, though. She just needs to go ahead on and get something that to just snatch that tooth right there. Let me see if I can put the pointer on it. That tooth right there is going just a smidget over to basically X's and O's on the other tooth. She's been single since for 17 years. Has not dealt with anybody. She's ready for somebody that is God fearing and that loves the Lord. She said he doesn't have to be a religious man, but he has to have a relationship with God. And I put with my first impression of her, she's looking for God.
Auntie, I don't think she's. Oh my Lord. Okay. I think when I heard her story, I thought, you know what, she may be too demanding and looking for perfection. She's looking for perfection, which makes me think, I wonder if she's very judgmental.
Yes.
I wonder
Yes.
if she's judgmental. She's been off the scene all that long, and she's looking for someone who loves God. And I think that's a wonderful attribute personally. But with all of that stuff, if you've been off the scene, and again, this is a beautiful woman. So I was thinking, wow, I wonder if she's too demanding, if she's looking for perfection. And if she's looking for perfection, that means you might be a little judgmental.
Yes. Yes. And I think as successful women, I know at least growing up in my generation, you almost felt like you had to choose your profession or marriage and love. It just was one or the other.
Yeah.
I think that's what we thought.
Right.
That's really not what it was. And I think that a lot of it came from us in my generation. I'm talking about my generation. So don't come for me in the comment section. Okay.
Oh Lord.
For my generation, we came from a generation where most of our moms was housewives. And so you got it in your mind, whether consciously or subconsciously, that I've got to make a decision on whether or not I want to be dependent on this man or I want a career. And because that's what we saw. Everybody that grew up in my neighborhood, every woman was a housewife except for one. She was a nurse.
Wow.
But everybody else was taking care of the kids, making a breakfast for the kids and having dinner ready on the table when we came home. That was a part that was the community I grew up in. And then, you watched, possibly, your mom not having certain things or having to compromise in areas that you never would have imagined compromising in. And so you grew a disdain for that lifestyle, and at least for me.
No, you're right. You're right, Auntie. We follow the pattern that's been modeled in front of us. Either we follow it or we do the exact opposite. We follow it or we do the exact opposite because we so much embrace what it was. My generation, we so much embrace the pattern that was in front of us. Or if it just absolutely sickened us, then we decided, I'm never going to be anything like that. I'm going to turn and run the other way. And for us, it was the same thing with our fathers. Either I liked the model that Dad put in front of me and I was going to be like Dad, or I completely hated Dad's model and I was going to turn and go the other way. And I think the same thing is true for my sisters as well, in terms of what they saw. Yeah.
It has a lot to do with what you see. So the next person that we have, Bishop, on our list is a man, and his name is AJ. So let me go up here to AJ. 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 Look at you. Hi, AJ. AJ is 38 years old. He's a music producer, but he called no names, no records, no labels, no songs, no album, no CD, no diss track. He is a businessman, and he said that business and love doesn't mix. That he has tried dating people that have been in his studio, and that did not work. He says that people believe that he is overly confident. He says that you have to have the F's. He said fit, fine, feisty, freaky, financially literate, and full-figured. He said that people thinks that he is very blunt. And when I saw AJ and listened to AJ, as fine as he is, the first thing that came to my mind is community peen.
It's what?
Community peen.
Would you like to elaborate, Auntie?
The peen that been around the community, just been, taking that, dropping that peen everywhere. Community peen. You can get it. You can get a peen. You can get my peen. You can get my peen. We can give it peen. Just giving out peen.
So you know what I thought? I thought when they introduced him, I said to myself, I wonder if he's going to get caught up, if his reputation will be that of a lot of other musicians. Because if I thought about, wow, musicians have a reputation.
Yeah.
Men in the musical industry have a reputation. And I just wonder if he's going to get caught up in that reputation. But you know what, Auntie? The word that came to mind to me as strong as he was trying to present himself was shallow.
I would agree. A community peen.
Yeah.
People not peen out. Thank you so much, Lillian Lopez, for the $5 super chat. Auntie, I love the dynamic between Bishop and you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lillian. Thank you. But definitely I thought he was shallow, because when you put all of that stuff up, and we're going to see it again, but for me, when you come on a show like this, and I've never been on a show like that, but just in my mind, I was thinking, there's a set number of ladies that you're going to try to date, brothers. And if you come up there with your physical expectations and your physical likes and dislikes, and only one or two fit the mold, then one, you're not even playing the game smart.
Nope.
We'll talk about that again, because I remember one of these other cast members.
Oh, he's coming up right now. Oh, he's coming up right now. Troy is 51. He's a regional manager of a GPS company. He has a daughter. He met women with a connect. He said he meets a lot of women and dates them, but all of a sudden, there's no connection with these women. he said that, it's not always there. He does not like full-figured women. He said he wants his woman petite. Now he said I don't like, and then he said I don't like full figure. Then he said, wait a minute, no, what I meant to say was that I'm not attracted to full figured women. And he says that he's extremely blunt. I said for him, the first thing that came up for Troy was fake it in the mofo.
Wow, I like the way you put it. I thought superficial, and you said faker. What did you say? What was that, Auntie?
It's fake it in a mofo.
I'm with you. Faker than a mofo. Yeah, he's fake. He's faker than a mofo. You're right. So when this brother said I don't like, and then said, well, that's not what I mean. I don't prefer. Well, you know what? 6 on one hand, half of this on the other. You're really saying the same thing. All you're trying to do now is just put lipstick on a mule, but you said the same thing.
Right. And the thing about it is, if you don't like full-figured women, you don't like full-figured women. It's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a preference.
But again, Auntie, much to something that you said earlier, in terms of if you are an alpha male, you don't have to say that, just be it. If that's not what you like, but you're on that show with that, I thought he was insensitive. I thought he was insulting.
Yeah.
I thought about some of the women in my life, some of my sisters and nieces and cousins and all of those. And I thought, wow, so you would never get a chance to know the beauty on the inside of them. You don't have to date them, but you miss knowing the beauty on the inside of them because you don't like them. That says a whole lot. Because for one to say that you don't like, there's a difference between I don't like and I won't date.
Yeah, he thinks more higher of himself than he ought to, because what you could say is, I don't want a mofo that's just a regional manager of a cell phone company.
Faker than a mofo.
Faker than a mofo. Somebody put it in the comments. Hold on.
Did they really? Faker than a mofo. BB Rodriguez. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Faker than a mofo. I didn't like him. I didn't like the way he came off. So the next person that we have is a woman, and her name is wait a minute. Yes, her name is Iowa. Hold on. Let's pull her up. She's a straight mama's girl. This is the one Ada. Bless Ada's heart. Look at Ada. Oh, Ada. Oh, Idaho. Oh, Idaho. Ada is 36. She's a Scorpio. She said it's better to arrive late than ugly. She is a development manager. She is the one that did the Arrow. Got a little bit of ratchetness to her. Doesn't want a man who is going to change up on her, but she said that she doesn't want to change. And she said she is who she is and she ain't changing it. And she said that her mama told her that, her mama was a single mother, and her mama told her, you make sure you have your own and all of that kind of stuff. And so I think, and she said she did that, but she's still lonely. Then she's lonely and don't have a man in her life. And when I brought her up, the first thing I thought, entirely too independent.
Wow. Okay.
Entirely too. She's the type of woman that a man, in my opinion, that a man would open up the door for her. And she would grab the door with him and say, that's okay, you ain't got to do it. Just too you can be independent in your finances and taking care of yourself when you don't have anybody. But when you got somebody, you have to yield that, because men want to feel respected. They want to feel needed. They want to feel like they are helping you. They're problem solvers. They're door openers. They are all those things. And as a woman, you have to know how to tap into your femininity when you are dating. You can't be too independent. My mama said I got to have this. My mama said I got, but you and your mama ain't got a man. And so I think
Auntie, no, you didn't talk about the one with mama.
I ain't mean to talk about her mother, but she brought her up.
Yes, she did. She did.
She brought her mother into play. So, Mom, I probably won't talk about you no more. But you have to tap into there's nothing to me that I would not do for a man who causes me to bring down that masculine wall that I have to have in place. I have to know how to work a screwdriver. I have to lift and drag stuff in the house. I have to do all of that stuff because I don't have anybody. So if I had a man to come in and screw something, oh God, okay, screw baby, drag baby. I mean, you understand what I mean? A woman who knows who she is confident in who she is, and knows the value of a man's presence, a man's help, a man's prayers, a man's everything, has no problem whatsoever with being feminine. No problem whatsoever with being submissive.
I hope Ida's listening to you.
Go ahead, Bishop. Take over. Take over.
No, you were on a roll. I
don't want to give up all my secrets, Bishop.
No, you were on a roll, Auntie, and I hope Ida is listening, and I hope lots of Idas are listening and hearing you.
Look at this. Look.
You just got it, Auntie. See, you were on a roll. You talked yourself into something. But you know what? As you were talking, I was thinking about Ida, and I kept saying to myself, she is going to be pretty hard to date. Mm-hmm. She's going to be pretty hard to date because men don't know what she wants. Mm-hmm. She's unreal, and in one moment she's this, in another moment she's that, in another moment she's yet something different. Because if she's sitting in the car and I go to get her door to open the door for her, she just may snap at me and say, I got my own door. So the next time we're in the car together and I'm driving and you're riding and I don't open the door for you, now it may be raining this time, but I don't open the door for you. I get out with my umbrella and I keep on walking. Oh, you just gonna leave me sitting in here? Well, you told me before, well, not when it's raining. I don't know which scenario you want me to handle at this point. And so then she kept saying, yeah, I got the eye roll and going on. When I saw that eye roll, I said, roll on off the whole show. Yeah.
The whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show.
Pretty, but some the elevator didn't go all the way to the top.
This is my spirit sister.
Is that Tressa?
Yes. Love Tressa. I love everything about this woman, except for that joke, which I've heard a couple of times before. Tressa is 42 years old. She's a comedian, entrepreneur. She has been married before, and she was married at 19. She has been the financial man in the house, which is what I've been talking about. She has an older daughter. She said that while she likes to spend time with her daughter, she will not allow that to stop her from being in a relationship. She says that she has found that she's had to be the financial man because everybody she's met has been a hobosexual. And a hobosexual for her is a mofo that don't have his own place. He's just into your house. He's a hobo, a homeless hobo, and he's into your house to have somewhere to live because he's homeless than a mofo. When I use the word to describe her, I said love her.
Yeah, what I like about her, what came to my mind was that she doesn't take life too seriously. Now that is not the same thing as not serious about life. Those are two different things. When we say someone who doesn't take life too seriously, she's able to look at it, laugh, and make the best of a bad situation. And that's genuinely what I got from her. So even when she talked about the homosexual piece, that she may have had these difficult situations and dealt with difficult people, but she's able to put a laugh and a smile and a twist on it and keep on going. But that's real for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's real for her, but she doesn't let it drag her down. There's something about her energy that I absolutely love. Yeah. Even her natural, she sort of reminded me of, Auntie, you have to help me out. Was it Joy with all the hair last season?
Yes.
Yeah. So Tressa sort of reminded me of that saying, you used the phrase earlier, spirit sister. She reminded me of that. I'm here, I'm enjoying the ride, and I'm going to make the best of it. And if I don't get everything that I want, it's okay. It won't be because I didn't try.
Absolutely. I loved her. I loved everything about her energy. And energy is everything. She is a full figure woman. Her stuff was, some of her stuff was illy fit, but you could look past all that because her energy. Bishop, did you drop your head?
You said some of her stuff was ill fit, but go ahead.
But I loved her.
Yeah.
I loved her. She is tapped into her femininity.
Yeah.
And she said a lot of men said, they can't fall in love with her because they can't be laughing and find her funny and love her at the same time. And I'm like, so I guess there's no hope for me because I'm funny, but I'm also everything else as well. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I liked her.
Yeah, I like Tressa.
I like Tressa a lot. So the next person that we got up on this ride is Christian. Let's go up to Christian. Oh. Christian is 36. He's a male man. He said he was wild and he used and abused them. Yeah. That was my claim to fame. Love them and leave them. Okay, that's what he was. He's a mailman. He said that all he wanted to do was have abuse women, have sex with a bunch of women. He said he didn't care nothing about them. He said he found himself being pulled over by the police because he fell asleep behind the wheel of the car. He found himself going to an AA meeting. He did not want to admit that it was court ordered, allegedly, in my opinion. And he said that he has been clean for 3 years. And he now is ready for love because his peen is a little droopy down to the side, not working the way that it used to work and everything. And I said he is confused, used, and allegedly abused.
You know what? Auntie, the more when he kept talking, I kept listening for substance.
None.
Listening for a reason for him to be on the show and to maybe stay on the show. But the more he was introduced, the more I kept saying, get off the show. Why are you on the show? And it has nothing exclusively to do with the fact that he's been clean for just 3 years. That wasn't it. It was everything else that made him who he seems to be, everything else that he seems to present. I thought there were two brothers who were the lower ranked for me. He was one of them.
Because you know what the thing about it is, when you're talking about getting your life together and you've been clean for 3 years, is it court ordered that you be clean for 3 years? Is it a probationary period?
Is it a requirement of your job?
Is a requirement of your job now, because they were going to lay you off or fire you from the post office, because the post office has a reputation allegedly for that type of thing. And tell us about your experience. Tell us, it was no substance to it. And while I'm happy that he has rehabbed himself and everything like that, we've seen this before, we've smelled this before, and to bring a woman into this situation, Like what were the steps that you took that made you now ready? Because just because you think you're ready doesn't mean you're ready to be presented to the world as being ready. I ain't getting up.
But Auntie, I do want to jump in, and I have to say this. I have to say this though. I think when you come to this platform, so it's not to just beat the brother up. When you come to this platform, and I may have said this before, so thank you for letting me say it again. To open yourself up like that and know that you're opening yourself up for rejection, you're opening yourself up for ridicule, you're opening yourself up for judgment, to say that, hey, yeah, this is what I did and I've been clean for 3 years. I think I gotta give him his props for saying that, but that shouldn't be the piece that draws people to him just because he opened himself up. So I want to acknowledge that he did, but I don't want that to be the prop that draws women into him just because he did. So in other words, don't fall for the ploy if that's what it is.
That's sympathy punani.
Yes.
Did you see the comment down there? He says to my DD 758 says, I think he better stick to delivering people stimulus checks and get off that show.
DD 758, I'm inclined to agree with you. Get off the show. Deliver the mail. Maybe come back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 more seasons away.
Yeah, he not writing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even though some of these women are ratchet, they Megan Thee Stallion-ness, they still good quality women.
Yeah.
They still good quality women. And we having fun with it. So the next person that we're going to be looking at, Bishop, is let me find him. His name is Khalil. Khalil.
Oh, remind me about Khalil.
Khalil is 41. He's a teacher. He had an accident that put him in a hospital. He was dating a woman from the UK. And because she was by his bedside the whole entire time, he married her, moved with her, got his visa, moved with her to the UK, but he could not find employment. And he realized that he made this decision based on, seeing his life flashing before his eyes. He said that he is dating women and everything is going good, but then he finds out that these women are mean and savage and just bite his mofo head off. He said he likes his girls thick and smart, and he wants a combination of Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill. I wrote for my first initial thought, I love him. I believe that he's mature.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I loved him. I loved Khalil.
So in my mind, I said to myself, brother, you can't be upset with the women if they think you are a user. Not that you are, but you can't be upset with them for interpreting the biography that you put out there in front of them, because it could be interpreted that, oh, okay, so you just married her, moved to the UK, you did that just to use her just because you were in need at the moment. Then all of a sudden you have this epiphany and you wake up and you decide that you need to move back. You did the wrong thing. Don't be fooled if you are interpreted as a user. Not that you are, I'm just saying. So, Auntie, I missed that whole, what did you say? Perfect, ready to love? Absolutely.
No, I ain't call him perfect.
Right, but what did you say?
I said I love him. I think he's mature.
Okay.
I think he's grown up.
And that may be the case. Now,
do I think he's going to last? Because we're going to give our predictions. Next week, we're going to give our predictions. Or if you're ready today, we can. But
next week.
Next week, we're going to give our predictions after we see them first time interact with people.
Okay.
But I don't think he's going to last.
Okay.
But I do think he's mature.
Okay.
I do. I may be wrong about him, but he couldn't get it though. I mean, he couldn't get it from me. This next person that we have is Amber. Amber is a 31-year-old attorney. She's too busy for love. She says that she comes off as having a hard exterior, but she's really sweet and everything. She says she's stubborn, and when she makes her mind up, can't nobody change her mind, not even God. She said he has a hard time, and she said she's not flexible. She said, but now all of a sudden she's open. And I see she's open, but she got up a wall. And the word that I thought of, the first thing that came to my mind when I met her, Amber, was thrift store finds, Goodwill, AMVATs.
Oh my God. Whoa, Auntie. I mean, this is no holds barred for you tonight. No holds barred. But you know what? I thought again, very, very pretty, very pretty. But I thought of the quote, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. So when she says all that, I'm stubborn and I have a hard exterior and all that kind of stuff, that's difficult to crack through. That's difficult to break through.
Yeah, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and no, and a man that they don't want to have to go into a relationship with a jackhammer to just have to break through the exterior. No, that's too much. So in terms of trying to crack your emotional shell to get inside, no, that's a whole lot.
That's too much work.
Yeah, because I want to court you and invite you into my life, and you do the same for me. But if it's not going to be reciprocated, and I just wanted to hear if it would be reciprocated, not that hard exterior, not with being stubborn, that sometimes you not even what you say, not even God can make her do what. Get off the show.
And the thing about it is, when you get to be a certain age, you don't want to be doing all that work. You want to be able to enjoy your life, right?
Yeah.
And I think that some women believe that because they're attorney, they got to be a bitch or an ass, or they got to be hard. And I don't know what that's about, right? But you don't have to be. You don't have to take your job home. You don't have to take your job into your relationships. Yeah, you got to stand before the judge and you got to object and all that kind of, you got to represent, but you don't have to take your job into your relationship. And I think that, a lot of women believe that they have to be, especially in corporate America. They feel like they got to be bitches. You don't have to be a bitch to be successful.
And don't flex your muscles in the courtroom. Don't flex them. I almost said something.
Again, it goes back to being able to tap into your femininity.
Yeah. Flex your muscles in the courtroom, not at the house. Don't do that.
And then up your game, boo. Up your mother. Up your wig. You look like you was going to Goodwill Baptist Church of the Salvation Army. Your dress was so homey. You looked a hardtail mess. You really did.
And you know what, Auntie? There has to be a balance and the ability to draw the line, so that when you're in the work mode and in the work environment, that's who you are and you're true to that. But be able to strike a balance and not let all of that come over into your dating scene. So often I hear people blame their abrasiveness or being crass on their profession, especially those who are attorneys. They blame it on that, but got to do better.
Got to do better. So this is David. He's 44. He's a real estate agent, and he officiates weddings on the side. He's been married 2 times with 4 kids. He is his parents recently got a divorce after 40 years, and he sat on there and cried and said that this has really hurt him and broke him. And he said that he comes off as being very picky. And I said he's a picky ass broken bag.
I don't know what to say. I can't follow that. I'm sorry your parents got divorced, David.
He said after 40 years.
Wow.
I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with him at all. I just was like, okay, next.
I don't know that he'll be officiating his own wedding. You're right. Go to the
Yeah, I
next
think
one.
he needs to. Yeah, I think we need to go to the next. Don't have a lot to say about him. So the last person that we have is Kyra. Kyra is 34. She's an attorney as well. She said that she's an attorney, but she also ghetto and ratchet, and she's a street fighter. She said, "Don't get it twisted. She will whip you in the courtroom and whip your ass on the corner to the corner store." Um, she said that she was with her college sweetheart for 9 years. And if she likes dark skinned men. The first thing that came to mind for me was Street Fighter, but I like her. There's something about her that I like.
I like her. I like her. I definitely like her, and the fact that she knows she's smart, street smart, intellectually sound, all of that kind of stuff. I just once again and I want people to like what they like, but when you come into a setting like this and you may have to interact with people, if I'm not the complexion that you're looking for, and you've already said that, then the first time you come to me, we're talking, I'm thinking, I'm just wasting my time talking to you. I'm just wasting my time. And what you've done is created a barrier for me to be able to communicate with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So smart as some people can be, don't create barriers. Don't create a barrier that makes it difficult for people to talk to you and then say, why does nobody want to talk to me? Because you created the barrier.
True. Well, look who's back.
What did you think about the fact that he's back?
I thought it was stupid.
I thought it was good TV.
Yeah, you thought it was what?
Just good TV. Good TV drama. Not that he's a better candidate than anybody, because I don't necessarily think he is. But I thought that was just good TV because it left us guessing. Oh, who's coming back? Who's coming back? Who's coming back? Thank God it wasn't Denise.
But he had his chance.
Yeah, he did. He did. But if they were going to bring anybody back, he's the one who I think should have come back. Or the sister whose sister died. Was it Joy? Was that Joy?
Joy.
Yeah. I would have much rather have seen Joy come back than this person. But I don't know that Joy wanted to come back to go through this all over again.
I don't think so either. So, Bishop, do you think that this is going to be just straight ratchet TV? Do you think we're going to learn something from this cast? Do you think that, this cast is like, what do you think overall, what we should be prepared for the season with these mofos?
I think they gave us a lot of opportunities to see a turnaround. So I'm excited about that. As crazy as they are, and I think your nieces and nephews should create a new hashtag that you did it. What would you, faker than a mofo? I think so. So I think you created one for your nieces and nephews. Hashtag faker than a mofo.
Okay.
But Auntie, so I think we've seen so low until there's a lot of room to go up and turn stuff around. If they would all come in like a high, we think, oh, they're great, and this is as good as it gets. But no, we got a whole lot of dynamics that they can work on. So
I think that what I'm going to be doing this season is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some beads to wear. And I'm going to start off with 20 beads around my neck, 20 necklaces around my neck. And each week when they're gone, I'm going to be taking them off. And so I should be left with just six on there, and we'll see. We'll guesstimate, and then after that, each week I'll be pulling off my jewelry, whether I do it as bracelets or as a necklace, just elimination. What do you think?
I like that. I like that. Will we get to maybe guess who we think is going to be eliminated before we see the elimination?
Absolutely.
You want to say who you think will be eliminated the next round? And so, is a man or a female, lady or brother, going to be eliminated?
Each week, remember, it's one. I think the first week is a man and a woman. At least
Okay.
that's what happened the last time. Remember?
Yeah.
It was a man and a woman. So we'll see how they set it up this week.
Okay.
I can kind of, I'm hoping. Yeah, we'll see. So we'll wait. Oh my God, I'm so excited, Bishop. We'll wait until next week to give our predictions about who we think is going to be eliminated. I'll decide whether or not it's going to be bracelets on my arm, and each one of them going to have a bracelet
Can't wait.
or a necklace. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love Ready to Love, and I'm hoping that that you all join Bishop and I. I believe that Bishop and I are going to be doing these on Sunday afternoons.
Yes.
We didn't do it yesterday because it was Easter, and as you all know, Bishop, has duties, obligations. Okay, and so we did not do it yesterday. But look for us on Saturdays. We'll coordinate the times. I'll put them out there before, so that you all know what time to get ready to join Bishop and I. And we're just excited. I'm excited to be bringing this to Auntie's Advice as one of our shows that we're reviewing. I saw in the comments that the nieces and nephews are excited about this show, and some of them are like, yay, it's a new show I could watch, and some of them are familiar with it. So we're going to have different opinions and stuff like that. This channel is so different from Auntie's Advice channel for women, and we're ready for the ride. You ready, Bishop?
I'm ready. I can't say thank you enough for inviting me to come back here. As you know, one of the things I try to tap into, and you do the same thing, is people's personalities, and I always hope, Auntie, even as we're looking at the cast members, that there's always room for growth. So even though we may give our reviews based on what we see now, my hope is that we still give people room to grow.
Absolutely.
And to mature, because that is what I always hope for myself. I hope that when people see me, as opposed to 10 or 20 years ago, that they allow me this space that I call grace, that perhaps I've changed. That's not the same person. So if there was a reason why you didn't like me, you've given me the grace to think he's grown. So we're going to do the same thing with these cast members, but they don't get a whole lot of grace because they got just this one season to do what they do. So thank you for bringing me back. I appreciate it.
I'm so glad you are back. And so I want to thank everybody who super chatted tonight. I really do. We got another one going out the door. Thank you so much, Naja, for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Let me kind of scroll up and make sure I didn't miss any, because I have a tendency to miss. Oh, and I wanted to shout out some other people who had super chatted the other day, and I'm so sorry that I missed it, but my moderator, Ray Della, sent it to me. So let me shout you out real quick, because when you all give, you don't have to. And I really do appreciate your love and your support for the channel. And so let me call off those people who super chatted that I missed. Just one second. So the other day, Joey Rob super chatted $4.99. Thank you so much, Joey Rob. COP super chatted 10,000 COPs, I think. So I think that's like $2, almost $3 in American money. Thank you so much for that super chat. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody else. I am. I want to say thank you to Black Americans Expat Radio. She's a whole stinking cow. Ooh, okay. They were talking about Danielle. Okay. I want to say thank you so much to Christy Marie, who super chatted $10. And she says, thank you for addressing this so we can educate ourselves. I love everyone. I'm in South Louisiana, and I would never say that out of pure respect. So thank you so much, Christy, for that super chat. Let me go back, okay, because I don't want to, I hate when I miss your super chats, okay? And thank you so much, Beverly Conley, for the $9.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Then there's another one that's here for $4.99, and it doesn't have anybody's name beside it. It just says T. And then another one from Jeanette Brooker Drake for $4.99. Stephanie is a mutton dressed as a Lord. You are the best. So thank you so much for that super chat. Oh, nope, I didn't get everybody. So let me get this one. Oh, it's so unclear. I can't see it. Oh, I can't see it. It's really unclear. But it was a $4.99 super chat. So thank you to everybody who super chatted on the last couple of videos, and I missed you. Again, thank you to everybody tonight who has super chatted the channel. Thank you so much to my moderators, Raydella, and to Mary Grace, number 5, who always keep the chat nice and safe for everybody to be able to enjoy. It's important that when you go to someone's channel that you're able to speak and not be judged or criticized or blocked or deleted, and not attacked in the chat. So I'm very appreciative. And thank you so much to all of the members of Auntie's Advice, who I affectionately call my angels. Thank you so much for your continued membership and your support. So we love you all, and we will see you all next Saturday next Sunday as we continue our discussion of Ready to Love Season 4. You want to say bye, Bishop?
Bye. Thank you all for embracing me. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
And Mary, I'm hoping that you put his YouTube channel in the comment section. It is Let's Talk to Cutler on YouTube. Okay, so if you can put that down in the comment section, Mary, I will pin that at the end of this video. Love you all. Bye. Be safe.